with all my heart, based on the events of the past few days, and God just hit me over the head with this lesson over and over and over again, that these two verses are going to apply to here. Starting in verse 5, it says, "But the Jews who were not persuaded, becoming envious, took some of the evil men from the marketplace, and gathered a mob, set all the city in uproar, attacked the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. But they did not find them. They dragged Jason and some brothers to the rulers of the city, crying out, 'These who have turned the world upside down have come here too.'" You might have it different toward the NEU translation, but this is actually the New King James is the proper translation. Turn the world upside down. It might say they caused trouble or whatever in your translation. And in their mind, that's what happened, right? These people were causing trouble because they were teaching people about God, and they were stirring up all this stuff that maybe hadn't been stirred up before. There's people who have their interest in keeping things the way that they are. There are people in life who they might make money off of people's sin. They might make money off of people who have broken lives, and all they can do is do this or do that. And so people benefit sometimes from people being in a depressed state, whether it be physically or spiritually. But God has called us to turn wherever we are upside down. Paul was going around traveling. You might think, I'm not fixing to go to Europe to where they were and preach the gospel and turn the world upside down. But we can turn Como upside down. It's already starting to happen. I already see things that are happening. When we've been feeding the kids down there, everyone keeps asking, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? Because they see that momentum is building toward a greater work in God. And I'm not preaching to people telling all these other people, oh yeah, we're fixing to do this, we're fixing to do that. People keep coming up to me and saying, what are you going to do next? And it's not about me. It's about all of us. We had more people and unfortunately less kids at the last one. But there are so many people who came in whose lives were touched. There are kids who just remember us and see us at places, and like Miss Tiffany, she's a celebrity to the kids. I mean, there's so many people that these kids, you don't even know how much they can look up to you. But a lot of them do. And there's even adults who see me that way, but I'm starting to forget people because I'm seeing so many people now. And I'll remember like, hey Glenn, how's it going? And you know, slow down with names, but people are starting to really realize that we love them. And the more that we do that, the more that we reach out. I mean, we had kids, Miss Jeanette, she's trying to collect these little pop tops for St. Jude. And it's like these kids already know it. And the kids will come up to me and they'll give me pop tops, you know, because they know there's a member of our church who they're doing something to try to help someone. These kids, they want to help somebody out. And I don't have all the answers. I mean, I know we're trying to start with giving out food and clothes and hopefully sharing the gospel and that. But we need to pray and to look for opportunities for God to turn Como upside down. And only God knows what that will look like, but it seems like these other people have been stirred up. There's this girl that came from Chicago, like she grew up in Como, but she held this event yesterday because she believes that God wants to do something great in Como. And she's in law school, and she came all the way down here just to do this because she felt like God wanted her to do it. And it turned out, you know, that people were able to share the word there. It was a great event. But who knows what else is going to happen. But if we have faith, there's this quote that God keeps putting in front of me over and over and over again. And I like it, but I just have trouble believing the Como turning upside down sometimes. It says, if you believe that you can do something, you can. The Bible teaches that. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. But the second half of the quote is, if you believe that you cannot do something, then you are right also. We are only limited by our faith. God is not limited. God wants to turn the world upside down. And He wants to do it in Como, Mississippi. I'm so sick of people asking me, how do you get from California to Como? I mean, at first I got really excited. I've told the story so many times, you know, I'm just like, it's just God, okay? I mean, but I know that God hasn't put me here just to sit around. I mean, I know that God hasn't put us here for a reason. I don't know how you all talk to other people, the experiences other people share with you, but there's so many people jaded with experiences with church members. I'm being mentored right now in Harding Graduate School because I talked to the dean. The dean asked me how things were going here. I said that things were going good. And he asked me, who's mentoring you? Because I'm assuming his assumption was that things could not be possibly going that well. And I need to talk to someone. to see all the problems in the Como Church of Christ. The guy that's mentoring me, the last time he was mentoring me, he says, you know what, Glenn, you're the only person I've ever mentored who doesn't come up to me and tell me about all the problems in their church and ask me how to fix it. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Am I supposed to make some up and tell this guy, oh man, it's so rough, man. These people can keep you scandalous. But that's because God wants to use us. I mean, I had troubles for my first 2 years in school at times because I didn't feel this purpose, this calling from God. I felt like I just have to make it through my classes and I'm just going to do whatever I need to do. But ultimately, that's not what we're called to do. We're called to feed the hungry. We're called to clothe people in need. We're called to give a place to stay if people need it. We're called to lift up people and teach them about the Lord. And if we keep doing this greater works, then man, if you got to work, let me know, let the elders know, let somebody know. If you just want to start doing something, you like somebody help you out, just start doing it. God wants us to do great things, and we've got to turn Como upside down. Because if we don't do it, who's going to do it? There's all kinds of people say, oh, we can do this, oh, we can do that. But I really, truly believe in all my heart that we are positioned as we are, not only with our belief system, with our understanding of God, but our whole life has been shaped to get us to turn Como upside down. I mean, we look at statistics online, and you go to Wikipedia, and people say good things about Como, but some people, they say statistics where it's almost discouraging because these people don't have faith. And they look at Como from their perspective, and they don't think that Como is going to be turned upside down. Look at Paul, who was Saul. I mean, look at all these people in the Bible that were messed up, and God did these great things. I mean, if you don't have much in life, that makes it that much easier for you to follow God. The guy that was rich in the Bible, he went away because he had all his stuff and he didn't want to do the last thing Jesus said. Man, if you're broke, all you need somebody to fix it. And sometimes you just need to know the way. It just brightens my day when someone says, yeah, I want to be saved. I mean, like, Jesus, he was risen. That looked really bad. But he rose from the dead. Sometimes I think I'm going through the motions. The last person I went to visit was a person that, I mean, I don't know, since this hospital, I haven't seen a lot of people who are dying until now. Now it's like everyone seems to be dying all around me. This one guy in hospice was 39 years old. He died the day after he joined hospice. 39. I mean, we don't know how long people have on this earth. There's so many people that die in car accidents. They die in all these situations. We can't wait. If God said all this stuff up for now, it's not meant for us to wait. We got to do something now. If you have something on your heart to do, tell someone, do something. Pray on it. But pray that you really believe that God's going to do something. Because you don't know how you can affect people. You don't know. I mean, I have so many people, I try to encourage them and tell them they affect me, and I don't think they really believe it to the extent that they do. But we can do that same thing with both saved and lost people. We can do it in such a way, man, just getting out of your comfort zone. Man, I didn't want to go to that guy in the gas station. I didn't want to go to the ER. You know? But I felt so much better after I did than after, you know, and sometimes it doesn't take that much time to reach out to a neighbor. I have people that just, they go out of their way and they're encouraging me when I think I got to go help them. But ultimately, how are we going to help God? If we have that kind of faith, Jesus says we can tell them to be cast in the sea and they'll obey us. We can do whatever we want. If we turn from sin, sometimes the sin will blind our eyes, and sometimes the sin will keep us from following Jesus. And we're baptized in Christ, we're his child. I mean, we have that relationship. We can walk with him. We come out of the water without sin. But will we do it? Will we believe Como can be turned upside down? Will we start living like it can? When I've been dealing with people in faith like they truly love me and want to talk to me, man, everyone's talking to me now. Man, I used to go like to Windy City, and I'm not kidding. Like I would say hi to someone not thinking that they really wanted to talk to me, and be like, hey, yeah, how's it going? You know, they keep walking. But I go up to people now when I see them, I go up to their table, man, and they'll talk my ear off. Man, I can't hardly get away from the table because I believe that they truly want to talk to me and that I can make a difference in their life. But the only thing that's changed is my faith. Nothing else. And that God wants to do it because he sees that I want to help him. Can we live like that? Can we work as a team, as the Church of Christ here, to turn Como upside down?